books, and I finish with dragons or something like that. And maybe with that change of topic is something that maybe you like it. But at the end, I want to talk about, keep some updates about my life. Maybe people used to compare your life with mine and with the others, and that gives you relief or something like that. But well, I'm pretty sure that you already know some of those upgrades. One of that upgrades is about this microphone, the audio console, the laptop, basically part of the new setup that maybe you already noticed a note. The other thing that maybe if you are new in this video is that basically I changed the way that I made these videos, because in all my videos they used to be soft spoken. Basically the first, I don't know, 33 videos was soft spoken, and after that I start just whispering. It is because I still testing different topics. I repeat even the chat idea because I want to keep you part of my life, that you be part of this channel while growing and may change in my life. But basically the thing that maybe you don't know is, if you don't look on my videos, is about that I changed from soft spoken to whispering. And in the last 3 videos, that basically those 3 videos were soft spoken, doesn't have a really good performance, and I start realizing that maybe I don't know yet, you like whispering no much as you like soft spoken in this channel. So because I already have those videos, I keep basically testing this channel, whispering with different topics. And after maybe 15 videos, maybe more or less, I realized that maybe you like that I whisper, or you like that I soft spoken. In that case, after that, I maybe keep doing different testing. One video soft spoken, another one whispering, and I think that when I had, I don't know, 70 videos, I realized which topics, and if soft spoken or whispering, which of those do you like the most. I know that start with a YouTube channel could be a little bit challenging because I keep learning about ASMR, and well, at the end I decided to start making whispering videos because I just search once again into the YouTube, and most of those videos the creators was whispering, not so spoken. But that is for each one of those. Maybe that's no for me. Maybe that's no that you like about me. Maybe you like my total voice with soft spoken, but well, whatever. The thing is that if you are new watching this video and you maybe watch later some of my previous 3 videos, you notice that all of those are whispering and the previous ones are soft spoken. So basically, new setup, change on my videos, and I'm still improving the audio edition, because after made a lot of research, I realized that there are specific things into the voices. In this case, male voices, that basically you have to do different. You cannot edit a voice from a male at the same way that you made edition for a female. and well, I tried to do a general, but I figured out that in the last couple of weeks, and maybe if you watch this channel of this video, you notice that I only have 26 subscribers, and I don't care about that. I don't worry about that. Maybe you notice this thing here. I have another channel with almost 300,000 subscribers. In that another channel, I'm still making some changes. The last year, during 2025, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to change the videos for that channel. And for this channel, I know 100% sure that I just need to keep doing it with new ideas, just like I'm doing right now, whispering, soft spoken, change the topics of each video, and just basically try and keep trying and keep trying. Well, I have something that I want to talk about with each one of you, and that is something that basically blow my mind. Maybe one of you or some of you already or know about that YouTube channel called Very Satin. It is a really wonderful channel. I know that about that channel some years ago, but some weeks ago, I don't remember how much, 2 months maybe, Very Satin create a video. I recommend that video that basically explain how the things work for every one of us in this world and in this universe. I'm going to explain these topics in these ASMR videos, but I'm just going to give you a resume about that video. Basically, for example, here on YouTube, and not only on YouTube, it is applied for almost everything. It is about the people think that you have to have consistency. For example, if you had a YouTube channel, you have to have that consistency to upload videos 2 or maybe 1 per week. Consistency. But if you keep doing the same thing, it's extremely hard to achieve success, not only in YouTube, in other things. So you don't need to have consistency. Well, the consistency could be one of the things that you can have, but there is a more important element than the consistency. I don't remember just right now the name. It is weird. I recommend the video, but basically it is not consistency. It is something different. It's basically keep trying in a different way many times, and it is something that you can maybe have some relationship with the Albert Einstein phrase that if you can do the same, don't wait for different results. So basically I can resume that very satin video in that phrase from Albert Einstein. If you keep doing the same, you are not going to have a different result. So basically, consistency is do the same. Basically, that is discipline, consistency. But at the end, if you want to be a success on YouTube, on your life, if you are graphic designer, seller, whatever that is, you have to have something different. That is some kind of determination, but it is basically don't change your profession. Well, if you want to change the profession, well, that depends on the market. Basically, this is capitalism, is offer and demand. If you study a career with a lot this channel. I'm not the best example, but I keep doing ASMR and I keep try different audio editions, ASMR ideas, whispering, soft spoken. I have some consistency, but at the end, it is not consistency that works. It is because I forget the word just right now. But if you go to watch the video, even if I give you this resume, I recommend 100% that video. It is, I don't know, 40 minutes, a little bit more, 42 minutes, but it's going to blow your mind with that idea. Maybe you are the person that you are, extremely disciplined, extremely consistency, and you keep doing the things and anything works. Maybe it's because, yes, you have the discipline, you have the consistency, but do the same thing with discipline works not all the times. You have to keep doing the same with the same discipline, with the same consistency, but try with different ideas, with different angles, with different perspectives. I don't know if you maybe understand what I said, but that was something that is incredible, and that comes from physics. It is not something religious, it is not something esoteric, something, I don't know how to say, is something that physics is a natural law that is in everywhere. Human, in websites, in almost no, in everything. Doesn't matter what you think about it, there is that law. And when I watch that videos, I think about this channel, and I say, well, this is the first channel that I have not only some kind of discipline and consistency. At the end, I'm still trying different ways, different things. I'm still improving my channel with setup, with other things, but I keep testing different ideas, and I know that someday I will increase my views, subscribers, and many other things. It is just about time, because I keep trying differently. Not all the videos or every video, but I make different A/B tests, something like that. Just right now that I'm thinking it is something weird, because maybe I don't have it at all. If I think about it, I don't have it all. And maybe that's what I forget the word that I tried to tell you. Not about consistency. And let me try if I can remember. It is not consistency. It is, you have to keep trying well, it is something that it is even into the computers, informatics, something like that. And well, so basically, it is a weird upgrade, and that is not an upgrade. It is not an update or some kind of update for my life, because I have many things that basically I know that each one of those things that I've been learned through my entire life eventually is going to help me to have a success, not only at YouTube, in other fields of my life. And for example, something that I know that I have to do, it is that I have to move on, because those airplanes that passed all the day about my house, it is something that really made me feel angry. For example, just right now, I was recording this video, and that airplane make a lot of noise. And every time that I try to record a video without loud sounds, it's incredibly frustrating for me, because it is something that I can avoid just right now, the only way that I can fix that it is to move on to another place. I know that I have to move on and I'm working on that because I know that if I move to the place that I want to be, the audio of my videos is going to improve incredible because it is going to be a place that a lot of less noise because just right now I live in a industrial neighborhood. There is an interstate. My interstate, no, there isn't a bikes, the airplanes. This is an industrial neighborhood, and it is frustrating. Give me a little bit stress and frustration. Know that I try to improve my videos, but if I keep living here, basically I don't have control under that. But I have control if I move on into another neighborhood. So that is one of my goals for the next year. Even with that, I keep trying videos because I know that even after all that, I have to keep having consistency in my videos, and that is going to give me a lot of experience with the audio edition, video edition, with the topics, with the ABC tests, and all those kind of stuff that I try to improve in this channel. So, well, basically, for example, that is something that make me this stress. And well, I don't know what do you think about that, but when I watch ASMR videos, in any of those videos, I listen in that background noise with that airplane. So I know that is something that is and doesn't have to be part of the ASMR videos. Just right now, I'm listening another airplane. And well, whatever. The first thing is the update of my, this is an upgrade of my setup. The thing that you don't only need consistency, you need, I forget the word, well, I'm going to leave you the word into the comments below because could be a similar words, but at the end are extremely different. And that word, if you domain that word, the meaning and how it works with that very such video, you can rule the world. Well, not rule the world, but it's going to improve your life a little bit. And the third thing that I explain and talk about in maybe all of this kind of videos is about move on. So even after all that, I think this year was pretty awesome. At the beginning, I was a little bit frustrated. After that, I found a job that basically take a lot of time during the week. That job basically don't allow me to create the videos that I want to create, not only for this channel, it's for that another channel. So I have that time off during those weeks that I didn't publish videos in this channel and the other channel. But after that, I found a really wonderful job that basically allowed me to create videos, work on my things and my projects. And if I take a look about the entire year, was a really good year. But the thing is that a couple of weeks ago, I was basically, I am a contractor for different companies. And just right now I already have basically. Just right now I have to search for a different contract of another job, and I know that for a couple of weeks, I don't know exactly how much I have to work, maybe in a pretty similar work or company that I worked at the beginning of this year, that it is a little bit stress work, and that work doesn't give me or allow me, or I don't basically have enough time to create the content that I want to create. I don't know just right now if I need to work on those kind of companies once again. I don't know. I hope no, but I know that I found a new contract with a company as a graphic designer or related, I have to work for that other kind of companies that I hate because it's customer service at the end, at the phone. So basically, it's customer service, and I hate customer service. I know that is not the worst kind of job. I know some co-workers, ex-workers, friends that work into the customer service, and I don't know how, but they found a way to stay in those companies for long term, and I try to figure out how can they did those kind of things, but at the end it is because it is something that is no for me. I know that 100%. But even with that, when I have to use these companies for a little while, I know that I have to make myself comfortable during my time in those kind of companies, and I'm trying to figure out how can I do that. And maybe I have to learn something else, that I have to teach me something new. I prefer not to do that, but when you have to learn something from the life, there's no choice. And my purpose is that if I have to work as a customer service once again, I try to make that it is gonna be my last customer service job. My last customer service job. And I try to do that and put a lot of effort in that. And if I found a new company in where I work as a contractor, I really hope that company or that contract is gonna be for a long term, at least 3 years, because I already have two contracts, and the average of each one of those is 4 months. Those were really good jobs, and I'm searching something pretty similar. So I know that eventually, sooner or later, I'm going to find a job pretty similar. Just like the last one, that was pretty awesome. It's a really wonderful salary, less time. So basically, I increase my salary and reduce the time that I invest in that job. But when you work as a customer service, it's a regular profession. That's why the salary is irregular, but you have to work full time. But if I find a similar job, just like the last one, I receive even more salary than the customer service, and I work just part time. So I know that eventually I'm going to figure out and find a similar company to work for. But that is just an update about what is going on in the last couple of months, weeks. And the thing is that those 2 jobs that I had during this year helped me to make this upgrade of my setup for ASMR videos, my laptop, my screen, basically a lot of things. And I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that the next year with the next job that I'm going to have, those jobs are going to help me to basically move on to a different, better place, apartment, house, whatever. I'm 100% sure that I'm going to move on the next year. And that's all. Just right now I need to purchase some things to improve a little bit more my setup, maybe another audio interface so I can connect two microphones and create this binaural audio that is some kind of 3D. I'm watching some videos and I think that is awesome. I already have the microphone. I only have to purchase a new microphone, another audio interface, and that is all. And every time that I keep learning about ASMR, microphones, and all those kind of things, I don't know, give me more, and I feel more excited about this. And that's what I keep learning, and I testing my audio edition. And well, basically, I have a lot of news, but maybe the other news is that if you watch until this moment, first, thank you so much, and second, I wish you Merry Christmas. I wish you a really good holidays, a good New Year. Well, for the next video, I wish you New Year. Just right now, we are still into the 2025. But even with that, if you only are going to watch this video, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Because when I publish this video, it is going to be, let me take a look, I don't know, it's December 27th, so 4 days after that date, it is going to be New Year, and that depends on where you are. If you are watching from Germany or United States, that could change a little bit. And well, even with the airplane background noise, even if I have to find a new job, even with all that challenging things, no bad things, even with those balancing challenging situations, I know this year was really, really good. Really, really good. And because of that, because I know that, well, eventually maybe I have to find a new customer service job. But even with that, I know, I'm 100% sure that I'm going to find a new long-term contract with a good company where I have to work in that company, I don't know, 4 hours per day, 6 hours per day. Basically, I know that I'm going to find the job that I need, a long-term job related to my field. And with that job, I'm going to be able to move on, purchase new things for my setup, and basically, I know that the next year it is going to be no good as this one. It is going to be excellent or pretty incredible good. And I wish you the same. If you watch and listen in this video, I wish that you have not a regular, not a good, excellent, wonderful, amazing 2026. You have to feel good, even if this year doesn't was your year. You don't have to worry about that. If you, well, I listen in this phrase during this week. Basically, that phrase say that if you are under a roof, if you take a breath during the day. So basically, if during this day because with that you have to be grateful about all the things that you have. Well, maybe, I don't know, some of you doesn't have a roof, you don't have an apartment or a house. Maybe you just right now are on the street. Well, even with that, I'm 100% sure that you have something you have to feel grateful, because everyone have that. Each one of us have that thing that helps you to help us to be grateful with life. And I know that this could be a little bit controversial because maybe you think that I just try to make that you watch several light the positive part of your life, and it is not that. It is because maybe in the last couple of years I learned something that teach me that the way that you think and the way that you talk to yourself, it is going to basically it is predictable for your future. And I taste that not only with myself, with some of my friends. I watch some of my friends, and those friends basically talk to themselves. Basically, if I talk to myself and I say, and I am poor, I don't have lucky, basically my life is bad, etc., etc., because I watch with some of my friends, and eventually the things that happen to some of my friends are bad things, and they have a lot of problems because they keep thinking I am a person with a bad lucky, that things are bad, etc., etc., and eventually that keep happening. But I have another friends that when you talk with them, and maybe you know a little bit more, just like my previous friend that I just talked, they are more positive. They say, well, life is simple, my life is easy. So they have a different behavior and talk to themselves different way, and eventually they have a better life. So this maybe sounds dumb, or I don't know, maybe you think this is stupid, but you maybe try, or you can try to analyze that with your friends, or maybe even with members of your family, or even with yourself. And eventually, when you take a look about that fact, about that thing, you notice that it is something that happened. It is just like we have maybe these two groups of person. The first group is the person that think that had bad lucky, had bad jobs. Basically, at the end, they think that had a really bad life. And the other group is the person that think positive, the bright side of the life. So they think in the positive way, and eventually good things happen to them. And at the other way, when the people think bad things happen to them. And I realized that this is so simple, but when you read about science, not all science, because maybe you can be a little bit confused about this, because some people take advantage about that and try to teach you something that science says, and at the end it is not real. But if you make a huge research about science, how this works, and many other things, you realize that have an incredible, huge sense, had a lot of sense, that when you think positive things you take a look about that there are thousands of millions in this war that not only doesn't have access to food, they doesn't have access to internet at all. Any computer, any cell phone, anything. And it is sad in some part because they live with less than $5 or $4 per day. There are even people that live with less than $100 per month. So if you take a look, it is an average of $90, even more or less every month. But even with that, I watch videos. You can find it on internet. People that live with two little things basically. They have even less than the basics, the essentials. And some of them are happy. And you watch and you say, well, this person that doesn't have almost anything is a happy person, and that person is a person that have a positive mindset. So basically, why me? Why I'm not going to be positive and take a look about the bright side of this life? So at the end is something that I explain in this simple way, but I know that is not so simple because it is something that basically doesn't depend 100% of yourself. There are things on your environment, in your context, and that means your family, your friends, your co-workers, where you live, the city, and many other things related to your environment, to your context, that affect your mindset. I don't want to explain too much because at the end I just want that you be grateful with your life, and I wish you that you have a really wonderful 2026. But all this video is only to give you those updates about my setup, that I keep testing different ASMR videos, that I have to find a new job, that this wasn't a really good year, that if you have the opportunity to watch that video from very Saturn, that it is almost 42 minutes. It is about I don't remember what is the title of the video, but basically that video that is is a little bit more of 40 minutes. Explain how the lights works and many other things about this universe. That is the second part of this video. And the third is that if it is something that is up to you, you have to be grateful for this life. I don't wish you luck, because luck is for people that doesn't keep any effort. But even with that, I know that you and I are going to have an incredible good year during 2026. And when I watch in the future for the video that I'm going to publish on December of 2026, we take a look, we look back and we say, well, I say that, and that was exactly that happened. And the last thing is, as I say, I wish you an incredible, wonderful, amazing 2026. A happy new year, a wonderful, not only happy, a peaceful, amazing, and extraordinary 2026. But even with that, I'm going to make a pretty similar video for the next next week for the after the new year that is going to be published on. That is going to be January 1st. Well, the thing is that even with that, I wish you good luck. I don't used to do that, but I wish you good luck. I wish you fortune. I wish you the best of the best. I don't ask you to be happy. You just have to search for calming and peaceful. Even in this storm life and whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. And well, this video was a little bit weird. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know if you are going to like it. That I whisper while maybe you trying to sleep or related. But well, if you watch until this moment, thank you so much. I really appreciated that. I have some videos that have a really long term watch. I don't know how to say it. Basically, I had videos that have an average of 23, almost 30 minutes, 29 minutes, 27 minutes, and that is something that I really appreciated, and for what I feel really good, because that means that some of my videos people really like it. And well, I just keep talking because that background noise, well, I work in that the next year, because just right now is something stressful for me. It is make me feel hungry. But well, this video is to make me feel a little bit